Hey YouTube. Okay, I know it's been a long time since I've been on here, so I said let me go ahead on live. Go ahead and give me a comment, who you are, say hey, hello, so I know who it is. I know it's one person on here, so I appreciate like, comment, and subscribe. I know I have an increase of subscribers since the last time I've checked. So I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Okay, one person who's on here, say hello. I know it's usually people like Dorian. I know they're watching, so it's kind of hard to come on. But anywho, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am back. So let me give it a few more minutes and then I'll come on. But thank you, two people. Thank you for the two thumbs ups. I'll start in the next couple minutes. I know it's kind of dark in this room because one, this dang light fixture needs to be fixed, and I can't turn on the light above this ceiling. Hey, three people, thanks again. So let me give you a few more minutes so I can start. I hope I allow comments to be made since I don't see anyone that popped up yet that says hello. So, anywho, so y'all probably wonder where the hell has she been at? So, y'all know that prior to what, a few months ago, I did mention that I was going to be working during the tax season, which I did, and I did get promoted to a team lead. And I did mention that I was going to be extremely busy, so I may not be on as much. So let me give you the updates, what I've been up to. So basically, of course, from January up until um, April the 18th, I've been quite busy because I was still working. I'm still working at TurboTax. Not still work TurboTax. I'm still working at Amazon, and my contract ended with TurboTax a couple weeks ago. So it's been about 2 weeks now, and so basically I've been doing that. Of course, I was also doing Walmart Spark, and I kind of took a break from doing that because it was hard to work Walmart Spark, Amazon, TurboTax, and even doing my merchandising gig work. So I couldn't really do four jobs all at the same time because basically it took up a lot of time because one of the things that I had to do as a team lead was make my schedule in advance. So it wasn't as flexible where every week I could make up my schedule. So that was one thing. And then still working at Amazon, even though some people may say you don't do no work. Now I welcome my new subscribers who so happen to be coworkers because I guess I briefly mentioned it and some people did subscribe. So welcome y'all. And I know some people will be laughing because some people knew the situation at Amazon. So basically, what happened was, um, for those who do not know, but the ones I did verbally speak to on the phone knows the situation. So I was injured at Amazon back on November the 11th, to be exact. And due to that, I had sprained my neck and had a contusion to the head. And because of that, I was put on light duty. So I still worked my 3 days, 12-hour days. And, you know, it was really light duty, like putting up some ropes and stuff, whatever. And and during that time, I was under workers' comp. Now, I didn't really mention a whole lot because I haven't decided what I was going to do. Because some people, you get so many different views about what you should do when you're on a workers' comp. And, I bumped into people, they said they used to work at Amazon and they got injured and they sued and got a payout. And then once they received whatever payout, they could never come back to Amazon, never again. But I never did follow up in regards to that because I was still working, I was still getting paid. I still accrue unpaid time, vacation time, and things like that. But what happened was the end of December, I went to the eye doctor to get my diabetic eye exam, and I was at American Eye Care. And during that process, I got injured again. But this time, it was so much. That's gonna be a whole new video altogether. Because let me tell you, there's a whole new discussion that I could talk about, especially when it comes to um, dealing with personal injury in Georgia. It's a full of crap. So um, when I got injured in December, I was at the eye doctor, and basically I was um, I was telling them to please adjust the chair because it was too low, and then the person behind me or the attendant, he pulls the chair or whatever, and didn't adjust the chair, and I ended up falling to the floor and injured and bumped my head and injured my back and my leg. So I went, so I was contemplating about going to the emergency room because because when the ambulance came, my sugar level was like 400 and high 400s, which was dangerously high being diabetic. I didn't want to go to the ambulance because I said nope, because I don't know, it'll be costing me money and I'm not trying to pay thousands of dollars to go to the ambulance, especially when urgent care was up the street and I tried to go to like two different urgent cares that was in the area. And it was a joke. All I know is a joke, you know. So they was like, we can't handle that issue. You need to go to the ambulance. You need to go to the emergency room. Went to the emergency room up in Snellville. I was there from 7ish in the evening all the way to the next morning at 9 o'clock in the morning. That's what time I ended up going back, leaving to go home. It was a mess. So basically, prior to going to the ambulance, they told me, "Oh, you get a report of the injury." They never gave me no report at the company. Their insurance company basically called me, asked me what happened. I asked them, "Is this being recorded?" The person said no. So they basically try to give me a settlement, but you have to be careful about going to the emergency room and the fact that I had health insurance. Now they trying to say that I owe them money from the settlement, and it wasn't a whole lot of money. It really wasn't. Some people may think, "Oh my God, that's better than nothing." Everybody always want to make a comment about what's better, but don't really understand anything. That's why I say, you know what? I need to start keeping my things to myself. Hey, four people. So, um, I didn't cash the check. I didn't deposit it or anything. So I'm about to write my appeal to an insurance company to appeal it. It's what's called subject. What is it? Subrogation, something like that. So basically, they're trying to say that I owe a portion of that subrogation claim back to the insurance company, which I got through Amazon. So you know, I said that doesn't make any sense. But I'm gonna I tried calling lawyers about that fall. And boy, let me tell you, I learned so much about the process when you go into an accident, how these lawyers will, a bunch of thieves, put it that way, thieves. I even went to the largest injury attorney, Morgan and Morgan. They're a joke. They're a big fat lying ass joke. I'm gonna do a review about them. Now they may say you need to take that video down, whatever. But don't go with Morgan and Morgan. Don't go with any of these big commercial um, law firms that claim they'll give you this big payout. They won't. They don't do that because they won't tell you the full truth. So don't fall for the okey doke because I said at first I did go with sign on with Morgan and Morgan, but they assigned me a lawyer all the way in Columbus, Georgia. I'm like, where's a local person in Georgia? And they never. Let me tell you, that was a headache in itself. So they didn't. They said, well, we can't help you. Fine. Then I called other law firms, and they basically want to try to trick you into signing. And then when you ask too many questions, they're quick to say, "Oh, we just can't help you." Because let me tell you what they try. Let me tell you what basically what law firms do. Ambulance chasers. What they do is they will keep telling you to go to the doctor, keep going to the doctor so you could pat the medical bills. Even to the point where they'll try to tell you to go to their doctor or go to a doctor they recommend. So what they do is that you go to the doctor just to accumulate a high medical bill, and then um they charge even up to like 33% of a contingency fee. So they only get paid if they win. But lo and behold, that's how they come up with when people say they got this big settlement. First of all, before you even get paid or get anything, the lawyer gets 33%, 35%. The doctors get their portion. All the court fees and all the things they file, they pay all that out before you even see a nickel. So what it is this is basically the formula of how it goes. And I've always knew this because I like to research matters. They take your medical bills times three plus whatever loss of wages plus whatever um, damages they may come up to be. So when I start questioning, I said, nope, I want to see the contract before I sign anything. They try to rush you into signing things. Well, we can't discuss that until you can sign on with us. No, I'm not signing nothing until I understand what it is. And then I'm asked some questions. So after that, if you ask too many questions, they'll be quick to say, well, we just can't help you. Why? Fuck you. That's what I tell them. Fuck you. And hang up the phone. So, um, so in regards to what happened when I had a personal injury, they gave me the check. I didn't cash the check. It's still on my desk, and I'm just going to write it. I'm going to file a letter with the Department of the Insurance Commissioner in the state of Georgia, and then I'm going to file my complaint, and then I'm going to file the statute that they gave me, so they could reveal to me what was the a minimum amount of an injury claim on a business property, which doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to fight them. I'm going to fight them. So I'm going to send my letters. I'm going to write it tomorrow because I need to go to the library, print out these letters, go to the post office, and send a certified letter of my with the issues that I need to do. So I'm not going to talk too much into that. I'm going to make a video about the process and how if anyone ever gets injured, say at a Walmart or a business or whatever the case may be, don't run to go to these crooked ass lawyers Good, they know but a bunch of ambulance chasers. I'll tell you that. I spoke to so many, you know, I went on you know, social media sites, they even put their services on Tumblr. Oh, you looking for a lawyer? Man, please. Ugh. Anywho, so that's an ongoing issue. So let me tell you about my experiences with TurboTax. So the first year as a lead, it was quite challenging. It really was. Not so much about um, how to assist fellow coworkers, because as a lead, I was to provide assistance to fellow coworkers who need help, assist doing customer service when the customer service or tax consultant need help when a client chat, email, or do they do in full service. They like to say they are our customers. I said, why are they customers? They are coworkers. We just a support. That was a mess. Most of the people I dealt with helping coworkers were pretty good, but they were some of them was real. Mm. Then it was just too much. I mean, I didn't get my full bonus, so I wasn't really mad about that. I mean, some people say, oh, it's better than nothing, but it is what it is. But I said, you know what? The first year at TurboTax, when I was a tax associate, I didn't get my full bonus the first year. But the second year, I ended up getting it more, plus exceeded it more. So I'm not really bent out about didn't get the full bonus, but it was stressful. It really was. And in terms of the immediate people I was working with, in terms of a team, because I was with a new manager and all of us were team leads. Some of them I really appreciate working with them. Some people I didn't too much care for, and um, it was challenging. I could tell you that. Hold on for a second. Let me be right back. Damn, I need to figure out how to get this light turned on. Hold on, y'all. I'll be back. All right, I'm back, y'all. Dang, what happened? Two people? Hey, Romeo. I know it's been a long time, but I'm back. So, anywho, so the tax season was quite slow. When I mean slow, I'm speaking about there wasn't as many. It wasn't as busy. Now I can't speak on the new role that I had as a lead, but based on managers and some of the people who were leads previously, um, hey, your pleasure. They were saying it was quite slow, and there were a lot of speculations about why it was slow, why it wasn't as many people um, calling in to TurboTax or whatever the case may be, and a lot of speculations was it was all these natural disasters where a lot of people, particularly California, had extensions to file their taxes until October 18th. But um, I didn't think that was really the case. I don't know. I don't know. So that's basically what went on with me and TurboTax. I don't want to get into more specifics about certain things that happened because ain't no telling who will watch my video. So I don't really want to deep to delve in about what happened with TurboTax and the issues that I was experiencing because I just basically got that matter rectified on Monday. And basically I will be coming back to TurboTax next year. But to be honest, out of the 3 years, this was not the best experience for me. It was just a little bit too much. Not the job, doing the job itself, but it was just other things. So that's something I'm gonna really work on this summer for these few months. So so they, oops. So maybe next year. Yeah, man. Can you hear me? Okay, so next year, um, when they call me back, those 4 months, those 4 or 5 months, will be different how I handle things. So that's all I got to say about that. Then, as for Amazon, after being on light duty from November to now, they sent me to a specialist because, basically my neck has been um, nothing major, not nothing required operation, put it that way. But I'm now going to physical therapy. So because my neck is basically um, very stiff, and it's just been so hard for me physically in the sense that going to a doctor, getting doctor's appointments, and it's been a heartache. It's been a very heartache, and you know, I'm still trying to work on controlling my health and my diabetes, but it was going out of whack. And part of it is probably my fault in the sense of not really being as strict with my eating habits and not being compliant with taking the medications. But now I'm taking insulin because it's totally out of whack. But I've been fighting to get to a endocrinologist, to a specialist for months. It's just ridiculous. This healthcare system, particularly in Georgia, Atlanta, I know it's nationwide, that is so hard. Hey, Lady TH, it's been so hard to try to get a hold of doctors to go to just to get a basic um, physical. And then if my sugar levels goes extremely high, Then they on first thing they want to tell me, you go to the emergency room. You go to the emergency room, then it's like, you know, people are like I told y'all, I literally had to go to the emergency room back in December 29th and stood there the whole day from 7 o'clock in the evening all the way to the next morning at 9 o'clock a.m. That's what time I got home. And the only reason why I was able to go home at 9 a.m. because I had to be a little bit obnoxious and went there to the emergency room and sat up there on the nurse's desk. Literally, I jumped on the nurse's desk, dared them telling me to get the hell off. I was like, no, I'm not sitting. I said, no, I'm not spending another minute in these hard chairs with my back hurting. I'm not sitting down in this chair for one more minute. I want to speak to the administrator. I mean, I had to act a damn fool. I said, no, I'm not sitting here all night. I was in there when one day when I was in there that night, they had cold blue, so somebody got admitted to the hospital. They died. Um, I mean, it was ridiculous. I should have filmed it that day. If I knew better, I would have filmed the whole experience. And I was so dang disgusted. I was just so disgusted. My feelings was this, when COVID happened, they want to say, "Oh, they heroes." Man, they went from hero to zero. You know, every place I go, medical. Oh, I did the COVID, do the COVID. Man, don't be blaming COVID for everything. That had nothing to do with no scheduling to see your doctor. How was it? Was January the 3rd? I said I want to make an appointment. We booked up till April, May, June, and July. It's ridiculous. Mm-mm, mm-mm. So I know y'all ain't want to hear me complaining, but it's just been really difficult. So only good thing I could say is I'm finally going on vacation. Thank God. I'm finally going. So June the 2nd to the 7th or the 9th, one of those days, I'm going to Tucson, Arizona to visit my friend Max. She used to live here in Snellville, and her husband, they moved out of Georgia and moved to Arizona and bought a bed and breakfast, and they got like a dude ranch type of thing. I've seen the property. I didn't see it physically, but y'all see it when I go to Tucson next month. And I'm going to visit her. So I'm happy for that. I can't wait. Can't wait to go. And then because I already have about I have 60 something hours with Amazon for vacation. I'll probably have about 70 something hours by the time June come around. I think I have about 72. So then so I haven't used no vacation since I've been Amazon. So um you get a maximum of 80 hours a year. So my 2-year anniversary at Amazon will be July the 3rd. It's either the 3rd or the 5th, one of those days. So I'll be there 2 years. So, you know, I'm still doing, I'm not really doing much of nothing. I'm on light duty. So, but I'll be going on vacation. I already made my reservations. Used up my Southwest Airline voucher. And let me tell you, remember that time I had that $500 voucher from 2 years ago? So when I wanted to use it, then it was already, I couldn't find it. They finally gave me the $500 voucher. When I wanted to, they split it up. It was 250, then it was 150. So when I went to make my reservation the day before April 19th, it said expired. I said, oh, hell no. They said you're supposed to go on the trip by the 19th of April. I said, that's not what they told me. They said I was told that the voucher was good 1 year from the day that it expired. It didn't say that I had to travel by the 19th of April. It said you have to redeem it by the April 19th. So I did have the other one. So I had used the other voucher, which was the 250. So when I plotted towards my round trip ticket from Arizona back to Atlanta, I only had to pay $72, which is the difference. So then the representative reinstated the other part of my voucher to expire October the 11th. No, October the 19th. So I still have a credit back in October. So I'll be going to Arizona, y'all. Tucson, Arizona, visit my friend. He has a bed and breakfast ranch, dude ranch. So when I get out there, I will go live and I will make a video when I go. Now, I also purchased $900 worth of Royal Caribbean cruise with my Spotlight rewards. Remember I tell you these Spotlight rewards that um I had got from 2 years ago? Well, it was 2 years worth of um Spotlight rewards that I earned. So I finally said, you know what? I'm not gonna buy nothing from no Amazon. I'm not gonna spend all my money eating at Panera. So I said, so the two biggest things that I bought with that, I had over $2,000 worth of gift card rewards. I bought $900 of cruises for Royal Caribbean, and then I bought a $700 electric lawnmower that I bought from Lowe's, which is still in the box in the foyer, never used, but I have to cut that grass tomorrow for sure. So I'll probably do a video to show y'all. But it was one of the expensive ones, the Eco, and I bought that when it was on sale about a year ago. So I will be going on my cruise. Well, I first have to get my passport because some of the places I want to go requires a passport, and I was going to look at going sometime towards the end of this year. I want to do it probably around my birthday. You know what? I'll probably make an announcement in terms of where I want to go, and if anybody wants to come, I'll put the link where I'm going to go on the cruise. But the thing about Royal Caribbean is it doesn't leave out of South Carolina. So that means I have to either go to Florida or Texas or New York and leave out of one of those ports. So if I strategically do it correctly, I could probably take a very inexpensive flight because I'm not driving to Florida to go to the port on a cruise just to park my car wherever because I don't know nothing about parking in Florida and where to go. I rather take an airline flight, go to the port where I need to go, and then fly back home versus me jumping in the car and driving back home to Florida. Because I thought they left out of South Carolina, but they don't. So I'd rather just take a flight than get on a cruise. So what I may do is go to New York because they do leave out of New York, and I could do two vacations in one. One, I could visit someone in New York because I still have a voucher to use when I donated my Toyota. It was a 3-day, 2-night hotel. So, I always find me ways of saving money. But I'm doing that. So my first vacation is planned, already booked, with the dates already set. So I need a break. Hey, 7 people, thank y'all for coming in. It's been a long time. I know you're probably wondering what happened to her. Sounds interesting. What sounds interesting? The trip to Tucson or my trip to Royal Caribbean that I'm going to plan a cruise? Well, either way, both of them are going to be planned. One is for sure. That's everything. Oh, okay. Yep, it has been interesting. So I'm due for a long vacation, and starting in June, and then after that, I'll make one more trip this year Well, put it this way, it's going to be at least 3 trips this year. So Tucson is down, and then the cruise and the 3 days, 2 nights hotel stay will be the other one. So with the voucher, with the hotel voucher. Now y'all know I've been doing a lot of ways of getting these extra points and scanning receipts and getting gift cards. So basically, that's just one of my ways of not having to spend a whole lot of money. So, but and guess in actuality, I'm going on these 3 places not free because the cruise, I had earned those points. So that's one thing I miss about being a tax associate and tax consultant was that they were giving out a lot of those spotlight rewards for those first 2 years. This year, I heard with other associates, they weren't giving those out like they used to. They were not doing it this year. This year, and as a lead, I don't get none of those things. They gave us some spotlight rewards, but it's always like $10, $20, 25. I think the most that I got this year for spotlight rewards was $250. If I got that, no, it was 100 and something dollars. That was it. So, but anywho, I figured that was going to happen because TurboTax it hasn't been that busy, and they said it was slow. Even though at the last, towards the end, it got busy, but I didn't work that day, but I still got paid. But I don't want to talk about that because that's something way more deeper than I wish to say. So, I don't know. Is anything else going on? Mm, nope. I don't think there's nothing else that's going on this year. I've been what I've been watching on YouTube. I've been watching a lot of Dave Ramsey. I've been watching a lot of those videos. I've been watching. What else I've been doing? I've been watching certain channels that speak about most of the people are doom and gloom. Just talk about the economy and things like that. And that's pretty much it. I've been watching like, things on YouTube, like TV shows, that may be streaming on YouTube. And then I've used my tablet to watch older shows, because I don't have cable and I don't have TV. So I do watch Pluto TV or some of those other shows, a lot of old sitcoms, um, a lot of videos on how to do some repairs. As you can see, let me show you my drill. I don't know why I even bought these things, but I will be doing some minor home repairs this summer. Nothing major. I don't want to mess nothing up. And then I have to call a contractor, but that's been hard to find a contractor for me to do my remodels that I wanted to get done. One person came here. I said, okay, send me your quote in an email and went ghost, you know? So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and I've been looking at a lot of videos on how to do certain things. So I figured, the things that I see them do, I said, I'm quite sure I could figure it out how to do it myself. So I'm going to start with this bathroom that you can see in the background. You can't see inside of it, but nothing major. But first thing is the demolition. So I'm gonna do a lot of things, even if I have to start the demo process myself. You know, one piece at a time, and then it was this Stone Mountain repair school. I saw the truck today. They on Main Street. So I'm gonna go down there, figure where this place at again, and see if I could find people who's willing to learn. No, they teach you how to do those certain things. I say, you know what? If it means that I have to go and learn how to do certain home repairs, I'll be willing to do it. Do it myself. You know, But I'm gonna go there tomorrow when I'm out and about. Because basically, pretty much, my time has been, now that I'm not working TurboTax anymore until next year. Um, my schedule is free to do the Walmart Spark deliveries, and I know they've been sending me messages. We miss you, So I figured I'll come back and see how it goes. I did do it one day last week. I did do a batch order. It was like 11 customers. It was like $48. And it was so happened to be going back to Stone Mountain. So basically, I basically stayed in the area where I lived, didn't have to go too far, but, and it was all light packages. It wasn't no heavy case of water and big things or whatever. So it was light packages. Boom, get it done. And I said, I know it's dangerous out there. I've been looking at a lot of YouTube videos of, I feel so sorry for that Uber Eats delivery person got dismantled. Did y'all heard about that? The Uber Eats delivery driver in Florida was delivering food, and somehow he went to deliver the food, and somebody dismantled him, his body, murdered, and just dismantled. And the wife, he said, they was managed to track him because the wife said that he was missing for 24 hours, and he said he was doing his last delivery, and then they tracked it to this person who was imprisoned, and he went to deliver food, and somehow they chopped up his body. It was just so disgusting. This happened last week. I saw it on the news, and I was like, oh my god. And then you hear people going to people's houses, and like the little boy, he got the teenage boy with that old man shot him because he rung the doorbell, and then it's just too much going on in the world, too much crazy, just too crazy. I said that when I do it, come 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., that's it. I'm done for the day. I'm gonna do it during the daytime, and I'm not gonna be knocking on nobody's door. I'm gonna just go there. Oop, there they go. Drop the package, take a picture, and leave. I'm not knocking on no door. Mm-mm. Drop and go. I'm not even knocking on no door. I'm not gonna be like ding dong, ring doorbell. No, because last week when I was doing one of my deliveries, this dumb motherfucking dumbass, I was up there looking for the house, and it was one of those, real close to each other. And he looked at it. I said, I'm here to make a delivery. I didn't even park in front of his garage, in front of his carport or nothing. Some black man. Then he gonna be on me. I want to be parked in front of my man, nigga. Ain't nobody parking in front of your door. And that's what I wanted to tell him. But I said, you know what? Whatever. I dropped it off at the door, took a picture, and kept going. Because sometimes these people are just plain as crazy. And what I need to start doing, what I need to do, or what I'm going to do rather, is start registering for a piece. Because in Georgia, I heard that now you don't even need no license or something. It was some strange ways that even in Florida, that if that people is in this state of mind of free will that they could shoot if they feel there's some sort of threat. Even if you just doing your job and you just doing a delivery, and people could just, people just pull out and think they could just shoot anybody. And it ain't just black folks happening either. It's people in general. They had a lady said she turned into the wrong drive-through up in upstate New York somewhere, and someone shot her. It was a white girl, white woman. And it's just the word is too crazy. I know your pleasure. That is shocking. So I said to myself, you can't even do deliveries anymore. Whether it be Uber Eats or food delivery apps or even packages, people can't even go up there and, do your job without somebody you know, want to pull out a gun, for no reason. So I said to myself, you know how I'm going to handle that? I'm going to see what area I'm going to. I'm going to do it during the day and drop that mess off, bloop, take a picture and go about my business and wear my yellow and wear my orange vest. And that's it. It's just crazy. People know they be ordering Amazon and all kind of stuff. What makes you think somebody that's gonna walk up there, ain't gonna do that? So I know this world is getting real crazy by the moment. And there's no reason. People trying to make a living, people trying to do their job, and the fact that somebody could do such a thing, it gets ridiculous. But anyway, I didn't want to talk doom and gloom because I don't believe that. And I know God will always watch over me, whatever I do. So I will be coming back on a regular basis now. See, and let y'all know what's going on. Charlie, where Charlie at? Charlie probably somewhere. Charlie, he's doing fine. If y'all don't know who Charlie is, Charlie's the cat. And he is 1 year old. His birthday is past. It was April, but I can't remember the exact date in April. But he was in April because I remember he had got discovered in the flower bed when I got my water heater installed, and that was in April. So Charlie's 1 year old. I didn't do nothing for his birthday, but I think I'll do something in a couple of days. So Charlie's being Charlie. He's no longer a little kitty, but he still act like a baby, babyfied. Still want to eat potato chips, and you know. But I guess it's my fault. I gave him, a piece of ham and little, human food. But it's so hard to get cat food these days. I go to the store to get cat food. It's like, where's all this? The selection's getting slim to none. But that's all Charlie's been up to. You know, I try to do some more little videos of him doing certain things, but he's still being behaved, not being too finicky. But anywho, so I'm glad that I'm back. um, ain't much been going on, but I try to come on. Let me see what days I'm gonna come on now. I try to come on maybe 2 times a week. I think that's what we do, 2 times a week. And any interesting things that comes up, I could let y'all know. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. I'll probably talk to y'all tomorrow. Anyway, it was tomorrow, Wednesday. Yeah, I'll come on Wednesday. I'm not gonna stream y'all when I'm at work because they were like, "Why is she on YouTube and she's supposed to be working?" So I'm not gonna do it on the time that I'm working. So, anyways, oh, let me make this one last announcement. Anyone, if you live in Georgia and you want to work at Amazon, they said that they were hiring in Georgia. I don't know. I don't know about any place else, but anywho. All right, y'all. I'm about to go. I'm tired. All right. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for the 6 thumbs ups and the 6 people who's on. Hey, your pleasure, Lady TH Romeo. I don't know who the other three people are, but y'all say I say hey to y'all too. All right. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will talk to y'all later. Have a good night.